Hey, welcome to Dream Unrealistic, where we work to make unrealistic dreams achievable goals. Good to see you, and thank you for joining us and me on this journey. I'm going to share my tips for overcoming performance anxiety. Say hi, nephew.
Hi.
All right, we'll see you in a
I
second.
just taught him how to skate.
He tried to teach me to skate.
I didn't try. You should have listened to the instructions. I just made someone laugh.
Anxiety is a mental health disorder characterized by a worry or fear strong enough to interfere with one's daily activities. In this video, we're going to talk about performance anxiety as it relates to the actor and the 7 techniques I've learned over the years to conquer performance anxiety. Scroll down to the comment section of this page and tell me your story. Hit the like button, my friend, you're in the right. Million things that can spark or tweak or trigger your anxiety. It's not just the performance itself. Sometimes it's just not being in that headspace and creating a space for yourself physically that you feel secure. I kind of mentally grip myself. Number one, think back to the old black and white movies where one character is out of his mind in hysterics and another character comes up to him and slaps him across the face, then slaps him across the other side of the face, grabs him up and says, "Man, get yourself together, snap out of it." Well, that's kind of what I do to myself. Since performance anxiety is usually based on some unrealistic fear, I'll ask myself, what is the worst possible scenario that could occur? It's usually going up on a line. No one wants to go up on a line, or missing a comedic mark, or just giving an all-around horrible performance, one that everyone will remember forever and never forget how bad you were in this particular scene or play, and getting a bad review. These things are bad, some worse than others, but all of them will pass. They're just one moment in time, one scene in an entire show, one show in an entire career. And what mistakes give you an opportunity to do is learn from them. So you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you go back to the drawing board and you make sure that when you take that stage again, you kill it. And number 2, another pre-performance ritual or technique is positive self-talk. Tell yourself you're amazing. Tell yourself that you're going to get out there on that stage and kill it, and that you are awesome, because there's no reason to believe that you're not awesome. And visualize. Take the time to visualize yourself going out there on that stage or in front of the camera and hitting all your points. A lot of times we visualize ourselves doing bad. How do I know that? Because a lot of times I visualize myself doing bad, and there's been more than a few times where I've visualized myself doing bad, and I have gone out there and done the very mistakes I was fearful of making. So tell yourself you're amazing. Focus on telling the story, and then you go out there and you execute. Be kind to yourself. Tell yourself some amazing things, some amazingly true things about yourself, and focus on the points that you need to hit, and visualize yourself actually. Number 3, preparation. Eat something. Now, I'm not talking about right before you go out on stage. Well before you get into the space. For me, having something substantial on my belly before a performance, especially when I feel the nerves and anxiety coming on, is crucial because once I've eaten, I feel like I have some type of foundation. I feel that there's more weight to me, literally and figuratively. I had an actress tell me before that she can't eat before a performance. She absolutely can't do it. So we're all different, but this is what helps me. And prepare. Nothing helps to ease or even conquer performance anxiety like the confidence you feel when you know that you've done everything you possibly can to prepare yourself for taking the stage. You are confident. You know your lines. You're confident in your blocking, and you have a character. And more importantly, you're in character, so you're ready for anything. As actors, we're soldiers. We skydive out of an airplane every time we step out onto that stage. We can get over any pothole in the road to artistic success. Number 4, actors and actresses, breathe. When you feel the anxiety coming on during your pre-show preparation ritual, take a moment to yourself to just inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, the more you do this in a calm environment, you'll feel your heart rate begin to slow, and you can then begin to reflect on the things we talked about earlier, focusing on reality versus the unrealistic fears you're experiencing. For goodness sakes, leave the stressors of the day behind you. Number 5, and by the way, if this stuff is adding a value to your acting career or your life in general, hit the like button and subscribe to Dream Unrealistic with Jonathan Berry, please. Make sure you have enough pre-performance preparation time. Give yourself 2 hours. 2 hours, no less than 1 hour, to get into the space, find a quiet spot, go through your pre-performance ritual, check prop, costume, whatever steps you need to take or techniques you need to use to make yourself as comfortable as you need to be to get into character and to take the stage. Performance call times are at least an hour or more, but it's your responsibility to make sure that you have all the time you need to give a phenomenal performance. Number 6, running lines and interacting with your castmates. This particular show is about anxiety, performance anxiety, in fact, and I've struggled with anxiety my entire life. Running lines gives you an opportunity to first help your castmate, gives you an opportunity to help each other. When you're helping each other, you're growing closer together, you're forming bonds, you're forming trust. That being said, if you have a ritual that you need to adhere to get yourself to the most confident place you can be before getting out there on that stage, don't rob yourself. But I will say, communicate. Make sure that you've built enough of a rapport and relationship with your castmates that if they know that you're using this time productively to get your house in order before getting out there on that stage. So it's very important to me to respect my co-actors, their routine or pre-performance rituals, because I certainly want mine to be respected. But definitely run lines, you run them like crazy. Repetition is everything. You gotta burn those words into your brain. And once you've done that, once you're confident that you've done that, everything else is downhill from there. confidence comes a little easier. Your character comes a little easier. Your speech pattern and flow comes so much easier. And when you don't have to think about these things, your character is just so much more believable. Just 5 minutes of aerobic exercise during your pre-performance preparation ritual can stimulate anti-anxiety effects. Anxiety is real, and if you try all these techniques and you still really struggle with anxiety, if it keeps you from your daily activities or prevents you from carrying out your daily activities and seeing a doctor, there are medications for anxiety, and they do help. Yeah. Thank you for joining me today for this show. It's been fun that you've decided to tune in. If you found any value in this video, please hit the like button. Comments below. I'd really love some suggestions on future shows. So I'll await to hear from you. Thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you next time. If anxiety is keeping you from performing everyday activities and keeping you from living a normal and happy life, call the number below and reach out to a trained professional.